everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and it is Wednesday, July 18th, I believe. Let's get the date right. Yeah, Wednesday, July 18th. Let me spit out my gum. I forget, because when I start talking, it goes everywhere. Guys, I went to the beach these last few days, and so I'm going to make a video talking about my whole experience at the beach. I can just say I came back so crispy, and I put on so much sunblock too. But yeah, I came back a crispy critter, and I wasn't trying to be, but that'll be in the next video. So let's talk about Selena's museum. So after you watch this, I'm going to post all the pictures. You'll see all the pictures of Selena's museum that I took. I would love to have played it with Selena's music, but you guys know that is some type of copyright law, and you know, they'll cut my video, either take it down, or it won't have music, and it'll just be all like just, you know, playing with no music at all. So I'm just going to play it with just, you know, any kind of music. But I was just trying to keep it in the theme, but it's okay. Let me talk a little bit about the museum. So it's in Corpus Christi. We went to Corpus, and I told my sister, I'm like, hey, I saw on YouTube Selena's museum. I said we should go see it, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. So it wasn't too far from the hotel that we were staying in, so that was nice. You know, when we first got there, I thought, wow, I mean, it's like, this is where it is, because I just thought like it would be somewhere like out closer to, you know, to Ocean Drive or Shoreline, you know, the main part of the, you know, where the beach and the tourist people are. But because that was her studio when, you know, she was alive, I guess it makes sense that it would be there. I'm not really sure where Selena's her house is, you know, that she was living in before she passed away, like, you know, where her parents' house and her house and stuff. I've seen that in the video also. I've seen that on YouTube where someone has taken pictures of her house, like where she lived and where her parents live. But I mean, I didn't really need to go see that. I saw it on YouTube. But I did see the house that she was building before she passed away, the one that was right on Ocean Drive. I did see that. Of course, somebody else lives there now. And I saw they have like this little, what do they call it? Let me see. It's on the card here. It's a seaside memorial. I did see that, and you'll see that. This is a card they gave me at Selena's museum. When you buy something, they give you a card, and it has the address to her grave and to the seaside memorial, which is the statue that they made of her right by the ocean. So they give you this card, which is really nice. So anyway, whenever you purchase something, they give you the card. And I bought a t-shirt there. But anyway, so yeah, you know, like I said, I've seen her grave a long time ago. I didn't go see her grave because I've already seen it. I mean, I did not know who Selena was until she passed away. I remember I was in college when this happened, and everyone was like, Selena died, oh my gosh. And I was just like, they stopped, I mean, our class was canceled, and I'm like, who's Selena? And they're like, Selena, like the Queen of Tejano. I'm like, I don't know who that is. You know, I don't listen to that type of music. And so, you know, it was all over the news. It was so tragic. You know, you guys know the whole story. But I quickly became a fan of her music, and I've been a fan ever since. You know, I love her music. I love her music, and I've never seen her in person. I only saw, you know, videos of her and interviews of her, and she just seems to have had such a beautiful spirit, you know. So I definitely wanted to go see her museum. So we got there, and the place is not very big at all. The parking is kind of crazy, I will tell you that. The parking lot is not big enough for the capacity of people that they have. But again, this was not supposed to be a museum. It was just, you know, their studio. So I totally get that part. But they have some parkings like right in the middle, which is crazy because the parkings are right like in the middle like this, so you can park your cars like this long ways. But the problem with that is that people were parking like this is one car, the other car is like right next to it, and there was a car right in front. So the person in the middle, I mean, I don't know how that person got out. And then they got parkings on the side, you know. I'm just saying, like, you know, because everybody loves Selena, so, you know. But the good thing is that it doesn't take a long time to get in and out of the museum, so it has a fast turnaround. So if you don't have a parking, if you wait a little bit, someone else will finish, and then you can go in. So we went on a Tuesday, and for some reason they said that Tuesdays seemed to be their most busiest days. It was $3 to get in. I think it was like $2 for my daughter. I can't remember. But it was $3 to get in. That was super cheap considering everything you get to see. You walk in there and everybody's super nice. It's, you know, air conditioned. And everything is purple. Like, everything is so purpley, which I love. I know purple was her favorite color, but everything is purpley. The carpet, all purple, and walls. So it was really nice. Selena's playing on every TV. Her videos are playing on every TV. Her music is throughout the whole place. So you really get into the Selena mode, you know. And so you get to, right away, you get to see the studio. As soon as you walk in, you see the studio, like where all the, I don't know what you call that, where they sit and they do the music with that big board and the couch and everything. And then the glass where they go in and they sing in there. And so you get to see both parts. So you saw that part, and you'll see in the pictures. Then you walk in and you see where the piano is. You see where the microphone is, where she recorded. You also see there's a room that's enclosed for the drums. I guess so a person can practice the drums. And then you walk through another place, and then you see a little area where the gift shop is. And then you walk down a long hall. And the doors, which is really cute, which I really love this idea, the doors to the museum, because you go down this long hall, and that long hall didn't have air conditioner, and there was pictures all along the wall of all the music artists that have recorded there. So there's so many people who have recorded there, either recorded there or have recorded with Selena. So there's like tons of photos all over. And you'll see that in the video, like where you see the hall where there's a bunch of pictures on the walls. That's where you walk down. But on the doors, they have from top to bottom of the door pictures of Selena on both sides, and you'll see that in the video also. It's really cool. So if this is the door, the whole picture of front and back, I really love that. Like, you can blow up. I mean, I remember when they used to sell door posters back in the day. Remember when they used to sell dope posters? Yeah, they were pretty dope, I guess. But door posters of like your favorite whoever, that was really, really cool. And so they had like from top to bottom, and so you walk into her museum and just everything is purple in there. And it's not a very big spot. It really isn't very big, but the way that they have everything placed is perfect, because when you walk in, you immediately just go. They have everything aligned, so if there's a bunch of people, you can go in a in a line and see everything. I do like the way they have it organized, and they have everything. Like, they have her car. I swear, guys, her car looks like a little miniature Hot Wheel. Like, it's crazy that she used to drive this car. It's so tiny, you know. But I guess because I drive this big old truck, and she's got this little itty bitty little Hot Wheel. And it's in the corner, like you put a little beanbag in the corner, and there it is in the little corner. Super cute. And then you have, one thing I did not realize is that I did not realize, well, two things. One, how many awards she has received. I did not realize she had received, her and the band had received so many awards. Like, wow, like, you know, like when you see the movie, because again, I wasn't a fan until she passed away. So when I saw the movie and I saw the awards she got, but I did not know she had gotten all these awards. I mean, you're going to see during the pictures. And if you want to see them, you know, picture by picture, go to my Facebook, because I posted all of the photos on my Facebook. Anyway, so she just has rows and rows and rows of just awards and medals, and some type of certificates and stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. And then, you know, everything is in glass, so you can see, like, so I liked how they did this also. They did, like, let's just say, for example, she wore her bustier with whatever. So they did this to whatever she was wearing. They showcased it on the mannequin or displayed in the case, and then they had a photograph of what she looked like wearing it. I really like that. It really puts a personal touch to it. They said everything that was in there is an original piece. Like, all of that was hers. I mean, originally worn by Selena. So you weren't seeing like replicas of what she wore. This was actually hers. So it was just really neat to look at everything, to see that these are the things that, you know, that she wore, the things that were personal to her. And then I'd like, you guys know how much I love artwork. So when you go into another room, again, you will see in the photos, they have all these beautiful photos that people have drawn of her and gifted her, and they put all of those up. I thought that was really, really nice. That's really nice for the fans that loved her so much, that put this up for her, you know, to showcase, you know, what this meant, you know, to her and to her family. So a lot of her people, you know, that people have drawn pictures of her and sent them in. There's so many photos of them, like when they were young, you know, different types of photos of Selena that I had not seen in magazines before. Pictures of her singing. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. And then lots of things where people have written her letters and, you know, written her things. That was there. And then you walk another part, and there's a huge mural of her with a white rose and with her, and you'll see that also. That was really pretty and purpley. And then they had in the middle, back to back, they had the big cases, the glass cases of her mannequin and her wearing the clothes. So like if you watch the videos and the movie, you'll see like all the clothes. Like when she did certain videos where she wore the red shirt, which was her husband's button-down red shirt, she just put that on and, you know, tied it up in her black jeans and her boots. That's on the mannequin. And then they show a picture of what she looked like wearing it. Another thing that I did not realize is that how tiny Selena was. Now, I never thought she was a big girl, but when you watch movies, when you watch the movie or you watch videos of her, she looks a little bit thicker, right? But looking at her clothes, they are so tiny. Like, she was a little tiny girl. She wasn't this big, you know, voluptuous, you know. She had curves. She had curves. But she wasn't like big like I thought. It's probably just me. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, voluptuous. You know, like thicker. Thicker, that's the word. But she was very tiny. You know, looking at her jeans with such a tiny little waist and little jeans and little dresses, I'm like, wow, she was really, really small. And then they have a display there of all of her eggs that she collected. And to look at those eggs and know how much those meant to her, because I look at her eggs and it reminds me of my salt and pepper collection, you know, where I take each one that I buy means something. I don't just go and just buy any salt and pepper shaker. It has to mean something for me to buy it. And so I know what it's like to to look at something and be, that's the one. And to take it home and really look at it, take such good care of it and place it somewhere. And so to see her personal things there was really nice to see these are the eggs that drew her attention. So you kind of get a little bit of her personality on what she really liked, what she really loved, and how well she took care of them. Then they have like a thing there with all of her Barbie dolls, with all the different outfits of the Barbie dolls. They have her a bunch of different guitars there with her face and stuff on them. And if you look on, I took a picture of the microphone that she would sing with, and it has all of her lipstick still on, stained on the microphone. And I thought that was really cool that they kept that, you know. So I still, I had that. I took a picture of that. Then they had like jewelry, and then they had what I thought was really cute. They had her dolls. You guys know how much I feel about my dolls. And they had 2 dolls of Selena's dolls, and a picture of her when she was little. And that was really cute that they had that. And then her original drawings of her art, I mean, of the artwork she drew, like, you know, like in the movie they show Jennifer Lopez drawing a picture, designing an outfit. Well, they have pictures hanging up of Selena's actual drawings that she drew. And I looked, I'm like, girl, she was a bad drawer like I am. But her stick people actually look like people. Mine just look like, But hers, you know, it was just like, again, it was just really neat to just see so much personal touch in there. And it gave everybody, I guess because everybody had such a, she was that type of person. Like I said, don't know her personally, and I'm only going by interviews, but seeing the type of like laid back, you know, personality that she had, and that she never let her fame go to her head. She was a very down to earth, very homey, with the people type of person. I really, really like that she was always very with the people, and I think that's why they felt so connected to her, because she made everybody feel like, you know, she knew them personally. So I really, really loved that they did this for, not only for Selena, but for her fans, because again, Selena did not mean as much to me like she does to a lot of these other really, really diehard fans, because like I said, I did not have the, I was not fortunate enough to know her when she was living, which I was very disappointed in, because like I said, I didn't know. But yeah, you know, I love her music. I really enjoy her now. So if you are a Selena fan, I suggest taking a trip to Corpus. If you go to Corpus, or if you live close, take the time to go. It is very, very well worth the trip. We saw Selena's father in the office working. We saw her sister Suzette drive up and get out of her vehicle, go inside. Again, you know, like I've seen them on videos and stuff. I mean, again, I don't really have like, oh my gosh, you know, there's Selena's sister, oh my god. It wasn't like that for me at all. I mean, it was like, okay, you know, because again, you know, I wasn't one of those like diehard fans of any of them, but yes, I mean, again, now such a late bloomer into everything, yeah, it was just really nice to be there. So to see that they are still they are still a very close family, which I really love. And the bus that was outside, I'm not sure if that was their Big Bertha bus or if that's somebody else's bus or what, but it was just parked there. So I took a picture of it because I wasn't sure. And I have a picture, I took a photo of the photo they took of Big Bertha driving, and it's in the photos I'm going to post. But another thing that I really liked is that nowhere in there that they talk about Selena's death, which I really liked. They didn't show, you know, the ring that she was wearing when she was killed, or any of the, And I know some people are like, well, why would that be there? Well, I mean, because that is part of her whole story. You know, that's, you know, the museum shows a lot about her fame and fortune. And then it shows a little bit about her being a little girl, like the things that they showed, like her dollies, and then, you know, pictures of her when she was young with her family. So they show a little glimpse of her youth, and then of course her fame. But they didn't post any photo. I didn't see any photos of her and Chris together. I would have loved to have seen pictures of their wedding. More. I would have loved that they would have dedicated a spot somewhere, just a spot somewhere, or even a little enclosed case showing Chris and Selena together, because, you know, she was married to him, and that kind of shows a little bit about all of her life, you know, showing her, you know, again, her youth, and then her fame, and then, you know, they have pictures of her and her family. But what about Chris? Yes, he was in there with the band, but what about their life together? Like, they could have dedicated a little corner or one little case to showcase their life together. Like maybe a copy of the marriage certificate or a wedding photo, or maybe, you know, something, maybe their wedding rings. But I'm sure he keeps those, or something, you know, something to showcase their life together. I really would have loved to seen that, because I kind of feel like he kind of gets left out of that, and I mean, that's just my opinion, but he was very important to her, and as she was to him. But to her, we're talking about her life, he was very important to her. He loved her. I mean, he loved her and knew her like nobody else. You know, sometimes the parents are like, well, I know my daughter the best. I can sit here and say, well, I know my daughters the best. Like, I know everything about my daughters. But you know that's not true, because if you are in a relationship, you know that you tell that person that you love more about you. You tell them everything about you. You know, things that you wouldn't tell your parents or your best friends. There are certain special things that person that you spend your life with, that you commit your life with, that you share. And so I just really wish that they would have given their marriage a little tribute, a little spot, you know, because like I said, she may not experience children, and she may not have experienced, you know, just living through her 20s, but she did experience love. And that was very, very important, you know, that she got to experience what it feels like to be loved by someone, you know, someone that she could live her life with. And that was great, you know, to experience that. So I would have liked to have seen that. But I am glad that they didn't show anything, like I said, you know, of her death, because it is a bittersweet to walk in there, being her brother, sister, mother, father, whoever that was very close to her, and to be surrounded by all of her things, you know, with my mother being, you know, my mother had passed away this past January, still coming across my mother's things, although it's still very, very fresh for me, and Selena has been dead now, what, 20 something years. You know, it's still really hard, whether it's been, you know, few months or years, you know. It's that pain never goes away. You just learn to deal with it a little better. So I know it has to be hard on them to walk through there every day, hearing her voice, seeing her things. You know, I cannot imagine. But like I said, I really, 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 really like what they've done there. Like I said, it's not very big, but it does give you a little insight. But hopefully, maybe they will include something of her and Chris. Hopefully that they will include that one day. Like I said, there wasn't anything like pictures of the hotel where she was killed. Nothing that she was wearing, none of that. Because, you know, some museums that they do this, they showcase these type of things. And I was really glad that they didn't. And then in the little gift shop, gift shop is small, and they sell tons and tons and tons and tons of t-shirts. They have so many t-shirts, guys. They had a lot of t-shirts, and they had baseball caps with Selena's name on it. They had a zip-up jacket, like a zip-up hoodie jacket that I wanted. Oh, so nice. It was all black with Selena's face on it. With her face on it. They had hoodies, like pullover hoodies. They had, what else did they have? Let me show you. I got, everything you buy, they give you a purple bag, of course. I bought this for my daughter. They have Selena pencils. Isn't that cute? Her name on it. Bought that for $1. And then I bought my daughter this keychain. It has her name on it. That was $10. No, was this 10? I think this was 10. And then I got her this t-shirt. These t-shirts were on sale for $10. This one says Como la Flor, the year that it came out. And then the back of it is a picture of her. And so they had some shirts there for sale, but they were a little pricey. But I wanted one, but I didn't really look too much because I was like, I'm just gonna get my daughter something. They do have a website. Let me see if it's on here. Because I heard them saying that you can go on the website and order. I think it's qproductions.com. So here is the name, qproduction.com, and there is the address and the phone number to the store. And so yeah, when you pay for it, you get the phone number. Is this Tiffany? No. Well, do you have her personal phone number? I don't even know who Tiffany is. They're like, oh, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that's all that I bought there. Again, if you are near Corpus or you're going to Corpus, I would recommend you going to see Selena's museum. It was only $3. It was great, and you really do feel like you have, you really do feel like, oh, I just had some personal time with Selena. I really did. And so, especially if you are a die-hard fan of hers, this really would help. And in that store, they sell a bunch of her CDs, and they sell an autograph photo of her, but it was like way back in the day when she had that little afro. So it has her signature and then some of the band members, but they don't have like any recent ones. If they had one with her recent picture of her, I would have bought that, but not that one. And then, like I said, just mostly t-shirts. I was hoping they would have had like a cup or something, because you guys know I'm a cup fan. But anyway, I'm going to go online and see what else they have, because I did hear them say things about, if you go to the website, you can see this and that. So qproductions.com, and I'm going to see like what they have in her store. All right, so I'm going to play I'm going to play just a random song that won't be cut. So, but I would have loved to have played a Selena song along with the video. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and as always, love you all, and blessed be. Bye.